Hey guys, Chelsea here at Nourished Life. I just got back from my Saturday hot yoga class. Ended up being almost 90 minutes by mistake, but it was awesome. I've been doing yoga, regular yoga, vinyasas, hathas, some Bikram. Hot yoga is kind of like my special love. It's not for everybody, but I'm pretty addicted to it. And I go to yoga quite a bit. And I've learned for myself that, it's a journey and it's quite an adventure. When you really get into it, you learn a lot about yourself and what your body can and can't do and how it evolves. That's huge for me just because I've had a lot of body trauma in my life. I've broken my back in 11 places and I'm very lucky to be in one piece and only have a few scars here and there. I can still walk, obviously do many normal things. My balance is always going to be off, and this is still an accident that happened over 10 years ago. But there's just parts of my body and connective tissue, and inflammation that just never healed the same. I do a pretty good job with the, dealing with things head on and inflammation throughout my whole body. But I had a lot of trauma just from that one accident, and I actually have had other trauma on top of it to my neck and my head. So I'm very lucky, and yoga has been a huge contributor to peeling back the layers and just watching things, kind of happen and you can't do one thing one day and then a few times later you've got that pose and you're like, wow, it's pretty amazing. So I had a thought the other day. I had come down into child's pose right towards the end, and I got into a nice extended child's pose. And when I let that breath out, it came to me that the yoga practice is very similar to nutrition and to food and applying new change to your lifestyle. And very similar in the fitness aspect too. You're making changes, you're getting into an exercise program and it's new to you and it's hard and you want to relapse and you do relapse, and all of those things happen in yoga. And it's really just about learning from them, not necessarily always pushing through. You push through if you can and if it's comfortable and doesn't hurt. But we get into these, and I'm guilty of it too. We get into these patterns of just push, and try, as hard as you can, as fast as you can. And that mentality, and it's happened to me, it's caused pain and it's caused malfunction and problems. And I see that a lot in the fitness industry. And it's great to have a positive attitude, but you have to be within your body and be aware of what's okay and what isn't. And yoga is teaching me a lot about that because I'm a boundary pusher. And I think that, it can absolutely be applied to how you eat and making changes to your diet. And, you're going to relapse. You're going to have times where, you just don't eat that great one day. You're not perfect. We're not perfect. Humans are not meant to be perfect. We're meant to learn and grow and get wiser. And when you get into, I feel like fitness comes a lot and yoga come before people actually start to change their nutrition plan. And if you really stick with it, if you've been with it for at least 3 months and you keep progressing and evolving and things are getting better and you're feeling better, you can apply those same principles to your diet. And it's really, quite amazing when you look back, and you realize, oh, wow, I struggled here. What did I have to do to keep going, or what happened and what did I learn? Those same things can be applied in food. So that's just something to think about. If you need to make changes, I would absolutely state that you need to make changes if you're, looking at or have diabetes, heart disease, if you've had a stroke, anything with cardiovascular health and obesity. Those things lead into other things. So it's time at that point to make a change. And if you can make a healthy change in one aspect, whether it be the fitness or the nutrition first, you can apply both of those principles and really flourish for, a holistic approach. So I wanted to just share that with you on when I had that epiphany. And, I kind of had that, knew that already, but it just came to me at that moment. I'm like, oh, wow, I got to tell people about this. and let them realize that, you can do it. You can do anything. It might take time. It may not be when you think you're ready. It's got to just be, there's a super spiritual connection there. And, it's really amazing. I know in my yoga practice, I'm just like, wow, I started over here and I'm like over here now. And it's just really crazy over the last year. I can do moves that I couldn't even get one leg in the air a year ago. And it could even be smaller steps than that. So allow yourself those steps, and it's okay that you have to go back and maybe, regress and make change and grow again. That's life, isn't it? Thanks for listening, and I look forward to sharing more with you. You can check out anourishedlife.com. It's anourished-life.com. We also are up on Twitter, and any personal appointments can be made right on my website. My schedule is live. I'm going to be available in Wolfboro, New Hampshire every Tuesday with Dr. Renee up at In Good Hands Chiropractics. It's right close to downtown. So if anyone wants to set up an in-person appointment with me, they can do so again at anourished-life.com. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great rest of the weekend.